Hello, welcome back to another episode of Drunk Video Game History. Tonight I'm going to start off the same way I start off every episode. I'm going to teach you guys how to make a cocktail. I'm doing Kingdom Hearts Recoded tonight. I thought that the most appropriate cocktail I could find was the JavaScript. This is a coffee liqueur based cocktail, and it's really simple. It is 1 part coffee liqueur, 2 parts vodka, and then top off your glass with your favorite energy drink. I'm not a big fan of energy drinks, so I just got this Rockstar, but I'm sure those of you out there in Cyberland, you're going to have your own favorite energy drinks. That's the one to use. I would not necessarily say, oh, Drunk Video Game History, they said Rockstar is the only choice at all. Your favorite energy drink is the one you should use for this cocktail. Really simple. 1 shot of coffee liqueur, a double shot of vodka, and then just fill your glass with your favorite energy drink. There you have it. Pretty simple drink for tonight. This is going to be kind of a short episode. So yeah, that's it. There you have it. Pretty simple. This is going to be kind of a short episode anyway. Kingdom Hearts Coded is kind of a side story, if you will. It has important things in it, and I hope you'll join me by the fire to learn all of the ins and outs of Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Thank you for joining me back here by the fire for the story of Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Kingdom Hearts Recoded is the 3rd time as a player you get to experience the story of Kingdom Hearts 1. What I mean by that is, remember in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, how you went through all of the Disney worlds exactly like you did in Kingdom Hearts 1, except for Tarzan, because between when Kingdom Hearts 1 was released and Chain of Memories, Disney lost the rights to Tarzan? Well, that's exactly what you do in Kingdom Hearts Recoded. So yeah, there's that. That is basically the Disney portion of Kingdom Hearts Recoded. So rather than going through all that stuff again, I said earlier, this is going to be kind of a shorter episode. A lot of people don't like this game for good reason. I can't fault people for not liking this game. One thing is, it's just a replaying of the Disney worlds from Kingdom Hearts 1. And it's really odd because chronologically it takes place after Kingdom Hearts 2 instead of after Kingdom Hearts 1. So it would stand to reason that you should be replaying more Kingdom Hearts 2 content for the 2nd time instead of Kingdom Hearts 1 content for the 3rd time. But also, the gameplay is very different. See, Kingdom Hearts Recoded is a remake of Kingdom Hearts Coded, which was a mobile game released in Japan. It was released in Japan over the course of a year in 5 separate episodes. Now, thankfully, Square Enix, and Tetsuya Nomura understood that that would not go over well in the rest of the world. So they released it on the DS, which we're all better off for. The version that came out on the DS is very crisp, it's very well done, if you can get into it. But every episode that was released had these different gameplay elements to it that are vastly different. And even some of them contained different gameplay elements that within each episode. Just to give some examples, in Traverse Town, there's this 2D side-scrolling platformer section. Then, in Wonderland, there's this stealth bit where you're hiding from playing cards, and trying to navigate around hedge mazes. Then you go to this auto runner, over-the-shoulder, on-rails shooter. It's really bizarre. It's an interesting gameplay choice. Then you go over to Olympus Coliseum, and it plays like a Final Fantasy-style turn-based RPG. You even recruit Cloud into your party to help you. Now, in Recoded, they actually took some of the gameplay elements from Birth by Sleep, including the command deck, which, that's a great idea, and the command deck in Birth by Sleep is really good. When I talk about Birth by Sleep, I'll try to highlight some of the things in the command deck. It's not as well done in Recoded, unfortunately. In Birth by Sleep, people rightly criticize it as well, but it's just not as fleshed out as it is in Birth by Sleep, so unfortunately it suffers a bit. The classic Kingdom Hearts action RPG style combat is just really not there. There are 2 really cool aspects of the leveling system. The first one is, because of the plot, which I'll get to in a bit, it acts like you're upgrading a computer instead of leveling, and That's very cool. You get to choose chips to increase your defense or your spell damage or your strength or whatever. And that's really neat. But also, each Keyblade levels up independently, and it gets these moves where it powers up mid-battle, and then it gets a finisher. That's the same system that is now adapted in Kingdom Hearts 3 for Keyblades. And it's much better in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's really cool to see it in Kingdom Hearts Recoded. So, like I said, a lot of people don't like it. The gameplay is weird, but also the story is really weird too. One of the problems with the story is that nothing really happens in it, except that, in my opinion, one of the most important revelations is made at the very end of the game in the secret movie. So let me give you a brief recap of the story and what happens in it. So Jiminy goes to his journal, and he's reading through his journals, and in the second journal, so he has a journal for Kingdom Hearts 1 and a journal for Kingdom Hearts 2. And in his journal for Kingdom Hearts 2, there's a page that he didn't write, so a message that he is unaware of why it says what it says. So he goes to King Mickey, and he's like, hey Mickey, there's this extra information in my journal. And Mickey says, oh, these analog spiral-bound journals must have bugs in them. So to fix them, we're going to make a Data Sora, and we're going to put Data Sora into your analog journals. And that makes perfect sense because Kingdom Hearts. It makes no sense at all. But in Kingdom Hearts, that makes perfect sense. So King Mickey makes a data version of Sora and puts him into these analog spiral-bound journals. Well, through a series of unfortunate events, Mickey and Jiminy and Donald and Goofy are all also pulled into the analog journals, and Pete and Maleficent are also pulled into these journals. While you're in there, Data Riku shows up, and again, you basically play through the Kingdom Hearts 1 worlds, culminating in Castle Oblivion, just like Kingdom Hearts RA Chain of Memories. When you get to Castle Oblivion, this hooded man, Organization 13 member shows up, and Sora battles him, and it ends up to be Data Roxas. Upon defeating Data Roxas, he merges with Data Sora, and they have their hearts linked again. Actually, the final boss of the game is Data Roxas, and it's really easy. Like, as far as all the games go, there are difficult battles in Recoded, but the final boss is just really, really easy. So after that, Data Sora ends up meeting Data Naminé, and you learn that, and it's this big revelation, Sora's heart is connected to Roxas and Axel and Kairi and Xion and Terra and Aqua and Ventus, which isn't a revelation. The end of the game is not news to anyone who's familiar with the series. This is not a big revelation to people. It doesn't tell anybody anything. And I said that there's a big, very important thing at the end of the game, but that isn't it. It's very lackluster. It feels very much like a letdown. It feels like a rehash of Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memories, even though it chronologically happens after Kingdom Hearts 2. And then, in the official ending of the game, before the secret movie, is Mickey writing the letter that Sora gets in the secret movie at Kingdom Hearts 2. The big revelation occurs in the secret movie. It can be argued that Mickey is the main character of Recoded. Because Data Sora is his creation. You control Data Sora, but Mickey is ultimately the one who's making all the decisions. And the secret movie involves King Mickey. So Mickey goes to Yensid's tower, and he talks about how he doesn't understand how Xehanort seems to be influencing the world, because all of these data mishaps, Naminé, etc., he can still feel Xehanort's influence. Well, Master Yensid and him confer. They determine that because Sora killed Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, who was Xehanort's Heartless, and then killed Xemnas, who was Xehanort's Nobody, if somebody becomes a Heartless and a Nobody, and their Heartless dies before their Nobody dies, and then their Nobody dies, their Somebody is reconstructed, because Kingdom Hearts. So now Xehanort's back, only it's the Terra-possessed Xehanort. This leads right immediately into Birth by Sleep. They say, hey, we're going to have Riku and Sora take their Mark of Mastery exams and get the power of Waking. That's the secret movie for this. This is, Kingdom Hearts.Connect. So that's it. I know this was kind of a short episode. Thank you guys for sticking to the end. If you haven't yet, subscribe because at least Drunk Video Game History will come out every week. We plan on doing some blogs coming up. I'm going to build some stuff, and hopefully we're going to introduce some new content to the channel here coming up fairly quickly. But I think it's safe for me to say now that Drunk Video Game History will be a staple every week. We try to upload every Sunday, and at least that's our objective. I've been having some technical issues lately, but it is recorded and in the pipe every Saturday so far. So please subscribe, ring that bell, and yeah, leave comments down below what you like, what you don't like. I appreciate you guys for being here on this journey with me. I'll see you guys next time for Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and pretty quickly after that, Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3.